Weekends hit different when you've got a 9 to 5. Got some news on that front. Yesterday was supposed to be my last day, but my employment contract got extended for another 10 weeks. So it's kind of bittersweet, bitter because my weekdays are still locked up for the next 10 weeks, but sweet because I really needed the money. So gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, it's taken some adjusting, going from sitting in front of my computer all day, every day to actually being up on my feet for 8.5 hours. Yeah, it's taken some getting used to. The first couple weeks, body kind of wrecked, aches and pains everywhere, but I'm getting used to it now, and mentally as well, things are, not so new. I'm getting into the routine of things and not quite as exhausted coming home. So I really do want to start logging in some actual hours during the weekdays rather than just the weekends. So hopefully I can start getting more regular with that. With that said, I had an epiphany at work this week. I got a lot of time to think when I'm on the factory floor. And, one thought I had was I'm so ready to sign away, X number of hours of my life for a paycheck. I should at the very least log in an equivalent amount of hours for you guys, right? So think of sort of readjust my thinking about the money coming in from subscriptions that you guys are, giving me every month should translate into hours worked at the very least, right? So this is me doing that. I'm thinking I'm just going to hit record, just record my work sessions and maybe talk about some stuff, things that pop into my head, and just cut out the dead air. Hopefully, just make a short and sweet video. And this will, serve two purposes. One, keep myself accountable, and two, provide some transparency to you guys just to, have a little insight into what I'm working on. And, it's a lot easier for me than doing these posts that I promised to do with the previews and stuff because, the initial thought before starting this new job was that I was going to do monthly sets at the top of each month, but that's just gone completely out the window. And I apologize for that. I shouldn't be making so many promises that I can't keep. But hopefully this new approach is more manageable. I'll just record my sessions and let you guys see. So what are we doing today? I wanted to try get two things done today. One, I am wanting to make a Were Bunny model because last month I did promise some Were critters and I made the Were Squirrel, but I wanted to edit this, modify it, give it the bunny head, tail, and feet, so make a Were Bunny version. That shouldn't take too long, just a simple repose and head swap. And then I'm going to get started on this month's set as well. Making these critters sparked an idea that I had, of a sort of ongoing project, I guess. Maybe continue with these were creatures. So it would be something like Were Beasts A to Z, right? Take an animal of each letter and make a Were Beast out of it. So A, Aardvark, right? That could be something. And then kind of takes a bit of mental energy away from needing to come up with ideas as well, which does reduce friction, right? So something about getting to work or doing something, you gotta because I'm very easily distracted by other things, and so it's very important for me to limit as much friction as possible to just sort of open up ZBrush and start sculpting, because I know as soon as I get going, things will just roll from there. Momentum is really it's hard to get going, but it's very easy to keep going. So maybe having a project like that, or like one that we earlierly, like a couple months ago, discussed about just like a set of carnivorous plants or something like that, you know? That could be something. Also, another nice thing for me to like upload these work sessions would be also to just sort of like share my thoughts as I work, you know, get feedback from you, sort of relevant feedback. For example, I just mentioned Werebeasts A to Z. You know, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys want to see that do you want to see me make that, or you know, you could leave a comment below. I mentioned on the Discord that I thought it was kind of nice to, you know, join the workforce for a bit again, because I miss interacting with colleagues, and that's true. You know, I do have a lot of fun colleagues at work now. There's a large population of like Thai ladies and Vietnamese ladies, which a couple of which have adopted me as their as a son, giving me food and stuff like that during lunch, which has been pretty cool. But yeah, there's also a lot of colleagues that kind of irritate me as well. You know, the kind that don't do a proper job and make your job a little harder. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because ever since making models, I haven't had a proper job in like 5-6 years. So yeah, it's been kind of draining as well. A lot of social interactions that I've not been having, but at the same time, kind of fulfilling. You know, yes, it does drain the energy, but yes, it's kind of been missing, I think, in my life. Yes. That's why initially, when I first moved into this apartment, I thought I would start streaming as I work, maybe to sort of fulfill that part of, you know, fill that can, like the social, like, needs. But I've never gotten around to actually, I think I've done one stream, right? But I don't know. I don't think I'm built for streaming. Because even as I'm recording this, there's just a lot of dead air, you know, like I'm basically working silently, and only say the odd thing that pops into my head every now and then. So maybe like this format, just like recording it and cutting out the dead stuff, is the way to go. Can I just say how thankful I am that I have the support of you guys? You know, it's just dawned upon me sitting here recording this modeling thing as I'm, you know, just it's crazy that I've been able to do this for so long before needing to actually get a job, right? So it's having to go to work every day has made me build up an appreciation for what I have, and I just want to say thank you so very much. I want to be a lot better about this sort of showing up for you guys, you know. In the past, I've really tried with doing the stuff you guys requested me, but the problem is I feel like I've already got a set idea of things I want to make, and if the suggestions that come in aren't like close to that, it's very difficult for me to feel good about doing stuff, because every time I've made something that I don't really want to make, I end up making stuff that I'm not even proud of, you know. So I think that's important as well. But what I've found is that I love taking suggestions for stuff like through the Kickstarter campaigns, what I've done recently. For example, the BoldBot set, right? Like I made a set of models. It's like, hey, here's the idea. Suggest like parts for it, or suggest additions for it, you know, rather than suggesting the initial idea, right? So I brought up the idea of Werebeasts A to Z. You know, that's something that I think would be cool to make, but I'm happy to take on suggestions for, what animal do you guys want to see for B or C or D, stuff like that. I thought I crashed there for a second. It's a good reminder to save your work. So if you're working right now while you're watching this, hit that save button. Speaking of food that I get from the Thai ladies at work, here's some dried fish that I got. It's pretty good. And here's some blueberry breakfast muffins that my girlfriend made for me. The blueberries, I got a free liter of blueberries as well from one of the Thai ladies that worked. A lot of them go out into the forest and pick berries and mushrooms. And I also got a bag of chanterelles. It's like a yellow mushroom that they pick. Got a big bag of it as well that we're gonna probably cook up tonight. So, I feel like I've always had a way with older women, like middle-aged women, like, women my mother's age or above. Like, I'm very, they always seem to like me. The ones that I've been like co-workers with anyway. I used to work at a restaurant that had one that we were like good friends with, had the same shifts all the time. I used to work on a cruise ship with a lot of older women that were cleaners. Like, I was also a cleaner. And now with the Thai ladies at the factory. All right, so I think I'm coming up on the end of the sculpting portion here. Pretty happy with it. Not too dissimilar from the Were Squirrel, but I think distinct enough that if you print both of them, that they don't look like a copy and paste. I'm just going to detail the fur now. All right, here's the Were Bunny done. Just need to decimate it, export, and pre-support it. I'm just gonna take a quick shower, eat some food, and then come back for another session. And hair's getting pretty long. All right, so let's get back into it for another session. Modular crab folk is the idea. Oh. What's this? Ah, yeah. It's funny opening old files, like, as my way of working has changed over the years, so I used to do this. Not very organized. Made some tail variations. See, I've got a lot of parts that I made for this that I never ended up releasing, which I guess you never see, right? That's why maybe it'd be useful to make these videos, because I do end up, or at least I have done in the past couple of years, making a lot of stuff that I never end up putting out because I sort of like don't get into it, or like don't think it's that good. But maybe posting about it and having you guys give some early feedback will convince me otherwise. Okay, here we go. Save the file. My girlfriend comes home in like an hour and a half, so I've got that much time before I want to spend time with her. She's been away for a few days because she works on the cruise ship not the one that I used to work at, but because that one's not around anymore ever since the pandemic, but she works on another company and she's been away. So yes, let's try block this out as fast as I can. Because like once I have a block out going, it's so much easier to just hop in and start noodling away at a file rather than having to start from scratch. So I want to get this done before tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow morning I can get in another session, because I wake up quite early, regardless of whether or not I need to get up. Like my body just naturally wakes up. And I have a hard time sleeping again, especially like if you need to get up to pee like in the early hours of the morning, and then it's just like done for me. I can't go to sleep again. But yeah, I've got a baptism to go to for my goddaughter tomorrow. So yeah, that's the problem with only having weekends to work on stuff, because weekends are the time that a lot of normal people plan stuff around. So summer's over soon though, so I will have all my time back eventually. Now, I often do this, like I'll take an existing model I have to, like as a base to jump off of. Like it won't look anything like the original in the end, but it just has all the different separated objects in humanoid form that all I have to do is like adjust. So it's a lot easier to like manipulate something that's already there rather than having to bring in something new every time. Like for example, I want to have a hand, but I don't want it to look like this fishy hand with webbing between. I want it to look like a crab hand, and then make a claw version as well. But just because I've already got this object here, it's in the right place-ish, it's in the shape of a hand, it's a lot easier to manipulate it into something I want it to look like from this point, rather than just like bringing in completely fresh new objects. If you're wondering why I'm looking at this direction or that direction, here's like where I'm sculpting, and up there and there is where I have my references. So here I've just got a Google page open with some crab faces while I'm trying to make a crab face. Yeah, I'm like not married to any particular idea, so I had these spikes on the back here. But right now I'm just kind of sketching, like blocking things out, seeing, what I like. And I like the sort of, when I looked at the crab reference, a lot of these spines or like bumpy sort of detailing usually lines up along the edge of like, sort of like what looks like seams, I guess. So rather than here, I'm thinking we'll do it like along the edge of this sort of forearm panel instead. Have like have it come out like this. What do you guys think of a four-legged version instead? Makes sense. How about 6? I don't know. I'll sleep on it. But yeah, that's a little block out done. Hopefully get another session in tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna make a modular kit of these. Maybe not swappable heads, but at least like different arms with equipment, like weapons and stuff like that. And yeah, 2 legs, 4 or 6. What do you guys think? Until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.